Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Smackdown review. And as always, when you guys know my thoughts and opinions on Smackdown, Smackdown is always a good show. Smackdown always delivers the goods. In my personal opinion, if you really want to enjoy WWE nowadays, it would be more wise for you to watch SmackDown instead of Raw. Raw is just, Raw is just, complete utter shithole. I don't watch a whole lot of NXT now, even ever since it made its debut on television. I don't even watch it that often. I think the only time I ever remember watching NXT on TV was when they had night one of Great American Bash, and I wanted to see Sasha Banks versus Io. That was like the only time I ever remember watching NXT live on TV. Other than that, I never really pay attention to it. I only watch the takeovers. And you guys normally I tune into all the takeovers, well, especially the ones I've been starting to watch. But I'm thinking about maybe missing out on this one because I'm pretty sure it's going to suck. I've been hearing NXT has become really, really bad lately. I've been hearing NXT isn't as good as it used to be, so I mean, if NXT hasn't been good lately, what chances of NXT TakeOver being any good? It might be the weakest takeover of all time in NXT, but we're not here to talk about all that. This is about SmackDown, so I think SmackDown is clearly the superior show in WWE. 205 Live, no one ever watches that. They should just completely get rid of 205 Live. There's just no point to it. So the show began with Jimmy Uso. He went off on Roman Reigns. This whole storyline between the Usos and Roman Reigns is easily the best thing on television, and we get to see a lot more of it later on. Chad Gable would then lay down a challenge to the Street Profits. It was going to end up being a singles match. So that singles match later on turned out to be a really fun match, but we'll get to that later. The first match on the card was Kevin Owens and Big E, the man that got black masked by Aleister Black, who, well, yeah, we know what happened to poor old Aleister. But regardless, they took on Apollo Crews and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn would get pinned. Kevin Owens would pin Sami Zayn with the stunner. Then Apollo would say that they did not beat him, so they challenged it. He called Sami Zayn a loser, and then Apollo would challenge Big E and Kevin Owens again to another tag team match next week, but this time Commander Aziz will be his tag team partner. Then we get the self-proclaimed most beautiful woman in all of WWE, Carmella. She went one-on-one with Liv Morgan in a rematch. Liv Morgan will get the victory. Yes, Liv Morgan, for the first time in 7 months, wins a singles match. At least I think so. I don't know how long it's been since Liv Morgan's won a match. All I know, it's been freaking ages. And I'm happy for Liv. I'm happy for Liv Morgan. She would be a really nice, worthy person to climb up the ladder and pull down the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think Liv Morgan is very, very, very deserving of the Money in the Bank contract. But I'm very sure WWE is probably going to give it to someone like Eva Marie, because WWE are stupid. Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso put Jay in the middle of their back and forth arguing. As I said, this is one of the best things on television. So yeah, I digress. Montez Ford and Chad Gable had an unbelievable match. I really did enjoy their match. Unfortunately, there was no winner. Otis would come out to the ring and attack. And it's a beardless Otis. Yes, it's a beardless Otis. Otis would come to the ring with a completely shaved beard. He no longer has a beard. He's clean shaven. He's the blue collar solid that shaved. He's the blue collar brawler that shaved his beard. The blue collar brawler, that shaved his beard. Yes, he did. Blue collar brawler, the blue collar brawler that shaved his beard. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. There's your entertainment. And then and yeah, that's really all I can say there. They had a really good match though. Tez and Gable. Nakamura and Corbin continued to battle over the crown. I'm very happy that it'll be ending next week, and I'm very happy that that whole squabble will be ending next week over the crown. Shinsuke Nakamura would get the victory. Has anybody out of all these matches have ever hit their finisher and actually won? Seriously, I think out of all the matches that they have had, every single one of their matches that they have had have probably all ended with some kind of roller. Can this final decisive match be where the winner will hit their finisher? But I'm pretty sure the winner is going to be King Corbin, because as much as I want Shinsuke Nakamura to win the match next week, I've just got that feeling they're going to give it to Baron Corbin next week so he can win back his precious crown. Ding Dong Hello, one of the best segments on the show, was on next, and my god, man, Ding Dong Hello is easily one of the most entertaining shows on WWE. I don't normally enjoy talk shows. I will be the first person to admit that. I don't normally enjoy a lot of talk shows, but my god, Bayley is just so entertaining. How can you not love Ding Dong Hello? Bayley is just so entertaining. She just makes it good. This is not like Moment of Bliss. This is not like Alexa's Playhouse. This isn't like all those other talk shows. I think Bayley generally just makes the show so entertaining and so funny that you just want to see it every week. Now, some people's complaints have been, oh, there was way too much laughing and laughing between Bayley and Seth Rollins. So what if they were laughing? What's wrong with them laughing? Bayley has been doing the laughing since her feud with Bianca Belair started. Seth is laughing because of what he did to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is laughing because of what he did to Cesaro. That's why they're laughing. Follow the damn storyline, people. Follow the damn storyline. Jesus Christ, I just wish people would follow the damn storyline. The ding-dong bell would go off, Seth Rollins would go to approach the door, and I immediately knew what was going to happen. I was like, oh yes, Cesaro's going to be behind that door. And Cesaro was indeed behind the door, and Cesaro and Seth Rollins brawled, and poor old Bayley's set was destroyed thanks to Cesaro. Bianca Belair would come out and she would start laughing on the stage. Yep, Bianca would return the favor and start laughing at Bayley. Yet people found it annoying. Yet people didn't like Bianca and Seth constantly laughing. I bet nobody said a damn thing about Bianca laughing. But as I said, follow the storyline. And that's why I enjoyed it so much, because of the storyline that preceded it. Then we had another argument between Roman Reigns and the Usos, and this led to Roman Reigns finally maybe getting through to Jimmy, understanding that Jimmy is older than Jay, saying that Jay isn't his responsibility. Now, I'm not clever with human birth. I'm not an expert at human birth. I may have a girlfriend, but we're not planning on having any kids, honestly. But that's not really any of your business. But I'm not an expert when it comes to birth. But I always thought if you were twins, you would come out. You and your twin brother or sister would come out at the exact same time, because Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns told Jimmy Uso, despite Jay being his cousin and his twin brother, I'm all over the place. You know what I mean. Roman telling Jimmy that Jay's his brother, and he's basically saying that Jimmy is older than Jay, and it just makes me think to myself, how is Jimmy older when they're twins? And I'm pretty sure twins come out at the exact same time. Like I said, I'm not an expert with birth, so it's not really something I really did a whole lot of research on. But I just thought that was pretty weird, and I got a little bit confused from that. But it was another good segment, and I really am enjoying really am enjoying the Uso Roman storyline, and you guys are probably going to hear me say that a lot. And then finally, the main event was Rey Mysterio calling out Roman Reigns, and a whole nother brawl, and a brawl broke out between Roman and Rey. Dominic would make his return. I really think Dominic should have been off television, if I'm going to be completely honest. I really think Dominic Mysterio should be off television. Like, how can he take the beating that he got from Roman Reigns and then show up next week? Then he got powerbombed by Roman Reigns from inside the ring to the outside on the concrete floor. If Dominic shows up next week on SmackDown, then it just shows you, then it tells you one thing. It doesn't matter how brutal you have someone get absolutely annihilated. You can have someone take the most brutal bump in the world, but having them show up next week just devalues the angle, and it just devalues the whole process of what you're doing. And remember, Rey and Dominic are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, so I don't understand why Dominic couldn't just stay off for about a week to sell his injuries. I don't know. I just think that's weird. I think when someone gets a brutal beatdown, they should always be off TV for at least a couple of weeks. But that was pretty much SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty much everything about SmackDown. Not a whole lot of negative things to say, other than this show just proves that it's still so good. So, with that, that wraps up this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below about your thoughts on SmackDown. And I will see you all next time.